Who's on the line? Could it be the man, the legend from Mount Pearl South? Yes, it is. Paul Lane. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Daryl, how you doing tonight?
Jeez, I'm doing great. I had 2 calls in the first hour, which is sometimes the way I like to do things. Nice chats, but tell you, I have been gotten a flogging from producer Dave Mayer during the 9 o'clock news, and I've just been flayed into shape here, rolling through it. What?
Well, you know what? I think you're doing a great job myself. So.
Thanks, Paul. I got it talking up and down and all around. That mild man from Bay Bulls tore into me.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy.
What's on your mind, Paul?
Daryl, I just wanted to bring up an issue. This is an issue I brought up quite some time ago now, but nothing has changed, and I think it's important. I want to bring it up again, primarily, I guess, in my role as an opposition member, I guess, responsible for shadowing the Department of Service, Newfoundland, Labrador, which does include occupational health and safety, certainly as a significant part of that. And, Daryl, the issue is that approximately 3 years ago, the provincial government made a big announcement that they were going to concentrate some efforts and some funding into the creation of 2 new safety sector councils. And these new safety sector councils were going to apply to the fishery. And, of course, there was 2 branches, if you will. First was the fish harvesters, the establishment of a fish Harvesters Safety Association, and there was $500,000 allotted to the establishment of that, and to get it up and running with some seed money and so on over a 5-year period. And then, of course, at that point in time, it would sort of take on hopefully a life of its own and continue on. And the second was a fish processing safety sector council. Now, I'm very pleased to say, and I've actually met with the Fish Harvesters Safety Association, and while it did take some time for them to get up and running, they are indeed up and running, and they've done some really good work. They got some great plans. They got a strategic plan in place, and I really honestly believe they're on the right track, and they're going to hopefully make some great gains to promote health and safety and so on in the most dangerous industry which exists on this earth, and that's the fishing industry. But on the processing side, even though this announcement was made some 3 years ago, 3 years later, we have seen zero movement. The Fish Processing Safety Sector Council has not yet been established after 3 years, and that's really disturbing to me to hear that, particularly given the fact that, you know, when you look at, there's a lot of Newfoundlanders and Labradorians who are employed in the fish processing sector, like in the fish plants and so on. And, you know, again, that is an industry, you know, which hasn't had a lot of attention paid to it when it comes to safety. And we hear about so many, and there are so many hazards associated to it, whether it be the issue around crab asthma, whether it be, you know, there's a lot of musculoskeletal injuries which sort of are related to the industry because of repetitive strain, carpal tunnel. You know, there's lots of issues there around plant equipment and sharp objects and slip and trip, and you name it. There's a lot of hazards associated to that type of work. And to find out that 3 years later there's absolutely been nothing done on that side of the fishing industry is very disappointing, to say the least. And I certainly call upon the government and the Minister of Service NL to get together with the fish processors and to resolve whatever impasses may be there and get this safety sector council up and running for the benefit of the employer, certainly in terms of keeping their workforce healthy and happy and productive, but most importantly for the workers who are the ones who would be experiencing injuries as a result of potentially unsafe work conditions. Well,
so the money has been allocated, but it looks like there needs to be some movement on it. We'll probably hear about something along these lines in the House this week. Paul, I wish I had extra time to talk to you, but you got the last word of the night. And but I'd love to continue this conversation, and it would be interesting to see where this one goes, because safety is always concerned, and obviously that we've seen the Coldwater Cowboys, and we know what it's like on the harvester side, but I'm sure it can be just as dangerous on the processor side. Thank you for informing us this evening.
Not a problem. I mean, obviously the hazards some of them are similar, but a lot of them are quite different. But nonetheless, it's still safety. It's still about protecting people when they go to work. And this would be a great step forward, and let's get her done.
Let's do it, Paul. Okay, great stuff.
All right.
Talk again.
Thank you, Daryl. Always a pleasure talking to you. Have a great night.
Thanks, man. Bye-bye.
Okay, buddy. Bye.